Well, this is intimate. Hi everyone, so I promised you I would be back again and here I am. I'm gonna do for you today a plant video, and this one I am so excited for because I have been waiting for certain things to arrive in the post to my house and they came yesterday, so I can't wait to show these off. So yeah, today's gonna be a plant haul from different websites, different places online, different shops around the UK, different places. And I'm just gonna give it to you real straight and simple. We're gonna take the time to sit down, discuss the plant, why I wanted it, how I look after it, what I've done with it recently, and then we'll go from there. I have repotted them because they needed it. I can't leave them naked to wait to record this video, so I had to do that this morning when they all arrived yesterday. Just let them rest last night. So without further ado, I don't know what that sentence means, but I just say it anyway. Let's get this underway. So I've got a pile of them just in the room with me here. I'm looking at them and I am gonna just grab them one by one. Plant number one. We're gonna start with this little guy here. Tiny, tiny little thing, okay? I've wanted this plant for so long, and I'm gonna insert some pictures of what the plants look like alongside the video as well, so I'll pop those in. But this is Philodendron Melanochrysum. It's a cutting with some root nodes planted in sphagnum moss. This guy arrived from, I think somewhere in Europe, maybe Croatia, from a guy on eBay. And I was in communication with him because I saw that he was selling quite a few aroids, which are the species of plant that I really, really enjoy, much like Philodendron, ANTHURIUM, these kind of things. And we got talking, and he's a really, really informative guy and really, really friendly, and he really offered me some good advice and ID'd one of my plants, I think, or helped me to ID it. I received this plant Tuesday, I believe. Yes, so I got it on Tuesday, unwrapped it, saw that there was a dry, crispy leaf in the box, which is never a good sign, and I know that's not his fault, but it was held over the weekend during Royal Mail postage system in the UK, and I know it's a nightmare when things like that happen, so it always makes me anxious. Nonetheless, I unwrapped the package, packaged beautifully, actually quite well. He really, really took the time to wrap it well. And I opened it up and it was just this guy here. So I wasn't too displeased. I know that the root nodes will take off and grow. It's just a matter of patience with something like this. If you can see it against the white t-shirt, against something this small. Yeah, you just gotta wait. This is how I once received my Monstera Variegated in the post as well. Very, very little cutting, planted it, waited for a few years, and it's just absolutely massive now and has given me children, so the only children. One day it will be nice and big and velvety, and I'm looking forward to when the leaves horn almost, so you get the two peaks and then a long point downwards. It's just beautiful. I've seen it in Wisley and Kew Gardens, and I just unbelievably think it's a stunning species of plant. So this will be going on the philodendron wall behind me, where all my philodendrons live, obviously. What else lives there, you know? So that's plant number one. Hope you enjoyed. I give that seller definitely a high rating. I'm not going to do scales because it's not fair. I just want to let you know that these people, how they got on, or how my experience was with them as well. And I have had a really positive experience with this guy. And he's been so kind enough to rectify what he thinks as a bad situation and send me another one with no leaf, but it will be a second cutting with root nodes, and then I can plant them together and it will be a nice bushy specimen. So I look forward to that. Plant number two, 222 dos. Plant number two is, I've just planted it, so they're a bit kind of droopy a little bit, but this is a plant which was given to me by a friend, and I could not ID this plant for the life of me. I was asking people online to help me out. I messaged NSE Tropicals and she helped me out and confirmed, and what I thought it was Philodendron Hederaceum. And I think that because this is a velvet type of leaf and it's got the two peaks at the top there. My friend didn't really know what it was either. He just had this in his collection for a while, and it had some really, really beautiful root nodes, and this opened up while it was actually in water, so it was doing really well. And I've just potted it this morning and I'm going to just wait for this guy to take off. So I'm really happy with this plant, and I just love the way this leaf looks. Let me put it against the white so you can see. Just look at that beautiful leaf there. So yeah, this wasn't a purchase, this was more of a gift, but he gave me a really, really good cutting, so I'm really, really happy with that. And hopefully this guy here If you see behind my hand, my beauty guru moment. Oh my god. So plant number 3. Plant number 3 today is Alocasia Black Velvet. I think we all are familiar with this plant. It's very pretty, very velvety. I actually got this one in Wisley Gardens in Surrey in the UK. Actually, we have a dead leaf here, so let's do this together and pull this off. There we go. Alocasia, their dying leaves are very beautiful. They kind of come out of this stunning orange colour. Gotta go. Bye. This one has smaller leaves, and smaller leaves rather, and the velvet is very, very nice to touch. It's very textured and almost feels like suede or literally velvet, but not as shiny as velvet. It's more like a suede. This, funny enough, was advertised for £15 in the shop. Took it to the till. She scanned it, the lady at the register, and she said, £5 please. I was like, oh, okay. She was like, yeah, that's weird. It's 15 on the label. I was like, well, I'll take it. £5, no questions. Let's not hesitate here. I'm just going to buy it. £5. Didn't want to spend too much time thinking about it, so I just wanted her. Sorry, it's the bats. I didn't want her to spend too much time thinking about the price, and I was just like, give me that now. I'm going to take it, right? For £5, come on guys, like, you can't go wrong. And I've actually found that these kind of plants, Alocasia, I actually prefer sometimes to keep them in plastic for a really, really long time. Until they really, really are growing out of their pot. That's Alocasia Black Velvet, my suede plant. I was going to say my suede foot, but it's hardly a foot, it's a plant. But the leaves kind of look like a footprint of an elephant, maybe. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yes, it is getting more exciting as the list goes on. But anyway, plant number 4. Plant number 4. This plant, oh my god, I love this. Look at that. It's one single leaf at the moment, but so stunning. So, so beautiful. I hope you can see. Let me just put it against the hair. Can you see? I'm wearing white on purpose today as well. This is, and let me get the name right, it's Philodendron Billietiae x Atabapoense. So it's a hybrid variation of the Atabapoense and the Billietiae, crossbred rather. On the back, it's a very dark, don't you just love that? Green and dark. It's so stunning. I love the elongated leaf here. And the petiole curves over at the top here, and these horns at the peak of the plant. That is similar to the Melanochrysum, how it gets the 2 peaks here, but it's way more pronounced in the Billietiae. So this is beautiful. I actually got this and the next plant from a guy on eBay in Europe. Different guy who I got the Melanochrysum from. This guy was selling just a bunch of plants, and this was one of them, and I was just dying on auction time to get a couple of them because people were on it. They were not messing around on that plant day, people. Thankfully, I won this one, and then I thought, you know what, while I'm at it, let's just see if I can get something else. And then I got the next one, I'll show you in a minute, but I just love this guy so much. I can't wait for it to grow and just give me more leaves. Just a quick one, the plants that you see in the clear orchid pots, this one, the previous Hederaceum, and the following, I've planted these guys today, and what I planted them in is a mixture of, and I'll put a list here as well, is sphagnum moss, perlite, cocoa coir or coconut fibre. I have some pumice in there as well as a light canna soil. You can get it on Amazon, that canna soil, and I really like it. It's already got perlite in it. It will hold moisture, but it won't allow moisture to sit in there for too long. That's what I want to kind of make sure. I want to make sure the plant gets an opportunity to stay around a humid environment in its own little encapsulated humidity level around here. However, I don't want it sitting in water. So there's a really important difference with that. I'm happy about this. One day maybe I'll have the variegated version of the Billietiae, but that honey is like £650, and I am not spending that on a plant. So sorry about it, but I'm not. But I have this guy here, and he is giving me all I need, right? So yeah. Philodendron Billietiae, hybridized with Atabapoense. God, I got it right there. Plant numero 5, number 5. This plant here, as I said before, was another purchase with the Billietiae. Same person from Europe on eBay. He was doing the auction, and it's a Philodendron Marx Variegated, and I think it is stunning. So if we look at that, I do have a potential casualty with this leaf from shipment, I think. I'm going to do my best to rescue it, but it is feeling a little bit flimsy. Worst case scenario, it's not the end of the world. Sometimes actually having your plant lose a leaf does wonders for the root system because energy travels back down to the base of the plant where it can focus on next growth. And I do have a little baby leaf coming out in there somewhere. Like I said, I'll do close-ups for you anyway, but Marx Variegated also has the horns at the top, and I'm really into that. Like the horned variation on the leaf top. I really think it's beautiful, and to have this in a variegated version is so stunning. They were packaged very beautifully. They were wrapped stunning, like in sphagnum moss and paper, so he really did take the time to package it well. So I really do appreciate that, and I would purchase from them again as it was done nicely. So yeah, and it came all the way from Europe, so they did it well. I don't understand sometimes why the leaves are cut like this. It might just have been in transit, but there wasn't anything in the parcel, so it might just have been a really big leaf. I'm not sure. But for the sake of looking after the plant while it's... Ugh, what is that? That's nice. A bit of plastic in the soil. Lovely. That's got to go. This is the world we live in now. We're going to find plastic in everything. The same soil mixture I used for this previous and this plant as well. And they're going to sit in these little trays that I've got here. And I put them in the clear plastic because I want the humidity to remain inside. Whereas if it was like a terracotta or a fabric pot, as I've spoken about before, the humidity would disappear really quickly because air flows through. So I want to just make sure that they stay nice and moist, especially while they're establishing themselves. Then later, once they're really strong and rooted, then I will transfer them over. But that, guys, is plant numero 5. I am in love. This wasn't on my wish list, but it kind of presented itself to me, and I'll tell you where I got this plant from. And look at this. I mean, literally. It's so beautiful. This is Anthurium lineolatum extra large. So look at those leaves. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. And this stem here is really strong, so it's supporting the leaf. I'm going to stake it, I think, at some point, just because I would like it a little bit more like so. But I want the leaves to bend down so they find the sunlight. But stunning, stunning. Can you even really believe? Literally, I know it's just, oh. I can't. I checked into it and I can't. Oh my god. Like I said, same soil mixture, same base, same focus in terms of keeping moisture, letting this plant established. This and the next plant in a minute was from the rare shop. It was from the rareplantshop.co.uk, which is Kaylee from YouTube, and she's a plant video YouTube person. So I'm so happy for her and her success with her plant shop. I hope that it continues for her, and I hope she gets her hands on loads of more rare plants for us, because I will keep buying, of course. And I just think, like, if you can get your hands on something special in your collection, if you are a plant fan, then why not? And especially her kind of postage and the way she wrapped these plants was stunning. It was packaged beautifully, and the root system was really well looked after. And on top of that, the root system of the actual plant is strong. So she's been growing these, or I don't know what she's done, where she's got them from, but they were really well established and well grown plants. You can tell by the roots. Like, I always have to get in there. I don't fiddle too much, especially with these delicate plants who haven't been potted yet. But I did have a little look at the roots and broke up some of the soil that was in between them. And yeah, it was robust. So that's a really important factor when you're looking at your plants. Like, is it feeble, or is it actually really strong, established in its soil if you're buying a ready-made plant, or ready-made or ready-grown, whatever. I don't want it to grow in direct light. I want it in mottled, kind of indirect light, but still nice and bright with lots of humidity. So I will keep it in this plastic container and create a little humidity shared environment between it and its other fellow plants as well. So that is plant number 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6, Anthurium lineolatum. Gorgeous texture, massive, and I'm obsessed. Oh my god, I'm so excited to do this one. So, literally, I've been looking for this plant since ages. I went to Kew Gardens and it was there, and I went to Wisley and it was there, and I just literally couldn't even deal with how beautiful it was. And when Kaylee started selling it, the rareplantshop.co.uk, and oh, Anthurium VEITCHI or VEITCHI. It is so beautiful. I am obsessed. Look at the ribbing on the leaf. It just looks like it has muscles. It's so beautiful, and I've got 3 beautiful leaves on this. Wrapped beautifully again, good strong root system. I think it's already sending out a new leaf. I just can't tell you how happy I am with this. This is like one of my prized plants in the collection, I think. I'm just an absolute avid Anthurium VEITCHI fan. And when you see them in their full glory and full size in Wisley and Kew Gardens, it's just unbelievable. So yeah, just so happy with this guy here. I don't need to say any more about it. That is just it. Look at it. So guys, that concludes the plant haul today. I'm so glad I could just do this for you. I hope it's not too long of a video. I hope you enjoy, and that's basically... I've been waiting to do this video for a while, so I hope you enjoyed, and namaste.